have no idea how it works. You're
because then you could self-identify to be anything you want at any time.
Literally, biologists are saying that this is the way the gender actually breaks down.
So you would accept the argument that you can self-identify to be anything at any time?
Yes, because literally biologists
that's what's wrong with not having a number.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be checking out a video from Charlie Kirk and it's titled Radical Gender Activist Tries to Outsmart Charlie Kirk, Fails. This seems to be another interesting episode from Turning Point USA and we can't wait to get into it. Guys, if you're ready, let's get into it.
Okay, how many genders are there?
Many. It's actually like quantifiable.
How about a number? Quantifiable, good.
No, it's so many because...
Give me a number, any number.
Okay, well the way the data breaks down, this is why you don't understand it.
Number.
You don't actually care about learning. You want one number. There's so many. The way that the...
So many. So many's not a number.
Chromosomes actually break down with intersex genders and the way that it actually happens, that is the starting point that you learn in like 5th grade. But when you actually do real experiments, you learn that the way that data breaks down when it comes to...
Can you give me a number
genders,
or not? Number?
A number? You have 2. That's 6th grade science. When you move on, there are hundreds of different categories.
So what you learn in 6th grade becomes less true as you get older? Like gravity becomes less true?
That is a basic building
Newton's
block
third
that
law
children
becomes less
learn
true?
in order to understand the concept of gender. When you break it down into actual
Gender and
experiments when it
sex
comes
are
to
directly
chromosome and sex, it breaks down into hundreds of different categories that actually differentiate between just 2 genders. What you're saying is there are facts and you don't believe in there being opinions.
Yes, I am saying that there are facts.
This is a scientific fact that if you talk to any biologist, you will learn.
So in biology, they teach you that there's XX and XY chromosomes. So give me a number of how many genders there are.
Hundreds, many.
Hundreds, right?
It breaks
so
down into
if anything you want to be anything you feel.
No, it's what scientists
That was he's trying to say.
Given specific categories.
XY.
That was scientists determined.
Bingo. Why do you need a number? That's a great question.
You literally have no idea how it works.
Because then you could self-identify to be anything you want at any time.
Literally, biologists are saying that this is the way the gender actually breaks down.
So you would accept the argument that you can self-identify to be anything
you want. Is that?
Yes, because literally biologists.
That's what's wrong with not having a number.
There are hundreds of different numbers.
So
hundreds of different ways of gender and sex.
So, like I said earlier, I could be a bobcat, I could be a fox, I could be a snake.
Literally not even the case.
I could be anything.
No, you are literally saying that people who not the actual
XX, XY, 2 genders, 2 sexes, they're directly related.
You're just repeating words over and over again.
Because it's true and you're not disproving it.
I am.
How?
Have an argument. Like seriously, there's nothing there.
No, I know, but it's more.
She keeps interrupting.
Making
It's
it
good. I like
clear
it.
that they are
She doesn't like my
not
face.
welcome to be here and
That's
say these things more than I think I'm going to convince him.
I hear you.
I think you're idiots. I think it's mainly to just have an air of like, if you're going to come in here, you're going to be uncomfortable and you're going to have to put up a good fight, which you're not doing. You're really quoting like super basic, shitty science that is just meant to teach.
But okay, but again, you don't have a number. I just want to recap.
Hundreds. There's hundreds of
So where would
ways
you
that
put?
data breaks.
Okay, so the data breaks down into very simple predominant categories: XX and XY, and that's no. Oh, so there's not male and female.
I mean, to a certain degree, but there are different ways that breaks down. When you actually get into sex and gender and X and Y chromosomes, it doesn't just break down in the way that it does. There's many different ways.
And how would you categorize society then? Do you think men and women are
I would go by
categorically different?
specific scientific criteria and then go off of what that study and that information actually says. You see, that information breaks down into much more difficult and complex things than you can just say in 5 seconds with 2 different genders. I think what happens is you don't understand science and scientific backing.
Oh, okay. So
and you just want to fascist simple.
Oh, fascist simple. Here we go. That's interesting.
That will keep you.
So what is fascist about saying there's 2 genders?
Is you're just being completely not faithful to what actual science is telling you.
No, science is quite simple.
That there's an oppressive narrative
Oh,
about
oppressive.
how you think
So
gender
now I'm
should be
oppressive.
believed.
How am I being oppressive? The truth comes out eventually. So how am I being oppressive?
Yeah, you're being oppressive.
How am I being oppressive?
You're being oppressive by denying people the ability to have.
How have I denied anyone anything? Okay, denying people identity. People can identify however they want. I'm only going to use 2 genders. That's the way that
Eventually you're the problem and you're going to get pushed out of the way.
Anyone who does not identify by like a female or male, you can identify them as an animal. You were saying
No, I haven't said that.
You could identify yourself.
I think history has sort of proven where your type of people are.
No, I asked if I could be a bobcat,
Yeah,
and somebody said yes earlier, and you said no.
You're a bobcat.
I'm a bobcat. I can be whatever I want to be. I could be a tree. I could be an 85-year-old person. Why not?
Alright, I'm late to class. Have fun, bobcat.
Okay.
It looks like a pain in the neck.
Charlie Kirk is not a man you move to without having your facts and your terms and everything on point. No, you don't do that, because it's like his whole life is revolved around these same topics. People keep asking him questions about it day in, day out. So he's very, very knowledgeable around that field.
Yeah.
You don't go to him without any statistics, without any known accurate figures. Yes, the predominant genders we all know is male and female. So if you want to identify as a tree, if you want to identify as any other thing, and I say it is far from that, then it's like she really just doesn't know what she's talking about. She really, really doesn't know what she's talking about in this particular contest.
Charlie Kirk is a pain in the neck, honestly. If you see the way people come up with like issues that really concern them, and then they try to put him in his place, but he tries his best not to disrespect anybody.
No, yeah.
But he just tries to make you look stupid, like trying to wrap your own ideology around
I'm saying
you
that
yourself.
if you come to Charlie Kirk if you come at him without your solid facts, even with those with solid facts who come at him, they don't get it easy.
Yeah.
So if you come unprepared, don't at the end of the day, she said there are hundreds of genders. What do you mean by that? Whilst science says that it is two predominant, male and female. So if you are saying that was, in fact, she made a statement that was in grade 6. Yes, the fact that you are now in college doesn't mean it has changed. It is still X and Y.
So that's
it
why
is still
he's
male and
asking
female.
that. Would you just wake up one day and then the force of gravity we all know that pulls objects towards the ground, you will just wake up one day and say that that's not definition for force of gravity
because
anymore.
you are now in college?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't work like that. If you have any proof, bring it on. Don't just come and make vague or empty arguments and think that we'll believe it. Yes, you can. You see, at the end of the day, he said it, that if you can choose to identify whatever you want to identify, but don't try to push it on us. That's as simple as ABC.
He doesn't have a problem with you identifying to be something.
Yes.
But what he knows is that once you appear as feminine, he's going to address you as female.
Yes.
Once you appear as a man, he's going to address you as a man. And to him, that is his. But any other person's opinion, you can just keep it to yourself, and then
yes.
I mean, yeah.
The whole argument has been about people trying to push or impose
it,
what
yes,
they identify as.
on
No problem.
other
If you're a
people.
male, that's fine. If you're a female, that's fine. But don't try to push whatever extra, in quote, extra you identify as onto others. And that's the whole pain in the neck, you know. You can be whatever you want to identify as, but don't try to push it. Don't try to push society to accept you for who you are. No, it doesn't really work like that.
I think if
Because
you're able to prove, like you bring facts and then all that, it makes society easier to accept you instead of just imposing the whole thing on people.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, I mean, if you provide scientific facts that there are people who are naturally born like this and then all that, it makes it easier.
This lady at a point spoke as if she doesn't believe in science itself. Science that actually identified predominantly as male and female. She doesn't want to believe in it any longer. That is what is really happening, and that is why Charlie Kirk's body language throughout the video was sounding a bit funny, but it is what it is. So guys, if you like this video, kindly like, share and subscribe to our channel. Kindly recommend other debatable videos. Let's all learn together. Let's all grow together as a society. Until next time, I'm Danny Reacts.
I'm Wil Sway, your
The number
number
one music freak.
See you. Bye.